All right, welcome back to not my office, but it looks nice. Today, I want to talk to you guys about something that has really changed up my color grading, and that is a little plugin called Dehancer. Dehancer is a film stock emulation plugin for Premiere Pro, DaVinci, and even your phone, and it's trying to actually emulate the look of film stocks from back in the day. It might be the most powerful one I've ever used. Dehancer was kind enough to send me a copy of their plugin in order to make this review, but they were very candid in saying they want this to be an honest review, as they want to grow through people's actual input with the software, and that is something that I can appreciate. So everything you hear right now is all my opinion. So let's go through the pros and cons I've discovered using Dehancer in Premiere Pro. It starts off with picking a camera profile, and it comes preloaded with a ton of different profiles. And as somebody using the Blackmagic 6K for a lot of my footage, there's actually options to pick a profile based on its ISO. So if you're a Blackmagic user, Red user, Sony user, or most camera companies, you are probably set for a picture profile. They're a little short on ARRI profiles as there's only one. And if you're like me, there is no URSA Mini or URSA Mini Pro profile, but I find the Blackmagic ones using the same color science actually works pretty well. So small con there. But there is a giant selection of film stocks, all of which got a little bit of their own character and color cast to the whole thing. They even have expired film stocks. That I found very interesting. And I think Dehancer really nailed the process of making these look like the actual film stocks they look like. I used Kodak Portra 400 in order to get that subtle blue wash into everything and not overly push a heavy teal orange push kind of look, but just to give a tonality to the whole piece, and it really unifies the whole short film in a look. But even more, one of my absolute favorite things about this one is the print function. This to me is that little extra bit that gives my film the real film look. Like, I'm talking Christopher Nolan level of depth and contrast when we're applying film looks to digital film. You can choose different reel profiles that you want to simulate the printing process of making film, to include film prints that have probably been used on a dozen or more of your favorite movies. And there's a good little laundry list of effects that Dehancer has in their panel here. You also, of course, have grain, film breathing, all these other effects that you would expect in a film stock editing process. I find the grain to be a little aggressive, and I kind of had to take my time to dial it back. But again, that is a very small con. But a pro that outweighs that con is the fact that I can control the grain in the highlights, the shadows, the mid-tones, and get real specific about where I want grain to exist in my footage. That's awesome. At a very low level, I turned on every effect just to see what it can do. Now, the biggest con I ran into using Dehancer is, and this might be an issue with me because I'm using a friggin' gaming laptop to edit my shorts and all that, and Dehancer almost doubled or tripled my export times. She is a hungry girl. She is a hungry beast. It is really embedding itself into your footage files. It's definitely going to increase the usage of your computer. Do I consider this a deal breaker? No. That could be a very specific issue for just me, as I am not using a laptop that is optimized for video editing. It's a gaming laptop. But you may want to consider before you're using very powerful plugins like this that, is my editing rig good enough? Which I don't think it has to be that good, but it's something to consider. And if that's giving you an issue, go ahead, find a look you like, generate a LUT file that you can do right there in Dehancer, and just slap it on an adjustment layer to make your life easier if you got it. Now let's look at some shots from some of the short films I've done the past months and see how Dehancer transforms it into a nice filmic image. Final thoughts on this thing. This will never, ever replace the need for colorists. Colorists are still a vital part of the filmmaking process, especially if you're making a feature film or a more built-out music video, documentary, or short film. It is an art form in itself. However, for solo filmmakers, people that need quick turnarounds, and also people that are just looking for a finishing touch to their footage, Dehancer is a fantastic piece of software. I give it 3 thumbs up. Now, if you want to use Dehancer and you head over to dehancer.com to go copy that software, be sure to use the discount code The6Shop at checkout, and you will get 10% off of your purchase. And your boy might get some spare change. I can't stop buying aperture gear and Wagyu beef. I have a problem, please help. Be sure to comment below if you've also had different experiences with Dehancer or any other color grading tips that you might just want to feed to the community. This has been Davis with The6Shop, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Probably in the same shirt because I got a batch shoot episodes.